The ram has touched the gate. Hey everybody, how you doing? Well, maybe we ought to do a different side. No, I think it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
There we go.
Well, look at all the folks we have on here today. How awesome is this? Edward Hooper, Jim Stute. Vaughn is on here. How awesome. The first public viewing of Baby June. We got Bri G on here. We got the Sean Peck. Thank you for joining, guys. Thank you so much. This is going to be a fun one. And I wanted to, I don't want to talk too much yet because we still have a couple minutes before we go officially live. So this is pre-game blather. Let's check our cameras. Let's see if we have anything on this camera. Oh, that's not what we want to see when we want to see pretty things. Pretty things. We want pretty things. Let's see here.
Yeah, we want to see that chip.
Yeah. All right, let me try it again. Pretty thing. Let's see if pretty thing will be there when I click it this time.
Yay!
Yay, pretty thing. Yay. Nice. Dragon coming in to take a bite. Crunch, crunch, crunch. All right, and now I also have to get the other camera going. Well, I tell you what, this is quite a production. I need to switch this so I can look at this. So when I do this,
dun dun dun.
Wish it wasn't live already. That kind of makes this a lot harder. Okay, so I need to give that a minute to register, and I think that probably has it. So see what that looks like. No, that's not it yet.
No.
Dun, 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 dun,
Hey, look,
dun,
it's a
dun,
baby
dun,
June.
Dun, 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 dun,
She's so
dun,
precious.
dun, dun.
She's so
Yes.
witty.
We like
So
her.
small too.
She's a super
So
girl.
we're good there. Let's see if we're getting video over here. Okay, we're getting video now. Let's see what we have here. Okay, well that's good, but we don't want that word, that talky talk on there, so we're going to take that off of there. Okay, that should be it. So there's our camera 1, camera 2,
Ooh.
camera tray.
Very nice.
Oh man, we are like uptown fancy around these parts. All right, let's switch this back to something that we can watch now.
Okay, all right.
So now we're back over here.
Okay.
Look at everybody. Ptolemicus is on here. Smartass Podcast is on here. DW Low. We got Phil down in Florida. Very awesome. Very awesome. So glad you all joined us today. So I guess we are officially starting.
Okay.
Hey everybody, look, it's the world's most dangerous Bessie.
Woohoo!
And
Woo.
in case there was any doubt, the world's most dangerous June.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
She's taking a nap at the moment, but
Well, I'll see if I can wake her up then.
oh, Dad.
Oh, it's a baba. Oh, it's a baba. Look at the baba baba. Look at the baba baba spitting up a little bit for everybody there. Oh,
She's so tiny.
Oh.
She
She's
is so
so tiny.
tiny.
She's waving. She says, hi, everybody. So June is going to be here throughout. At this time, the plan is for June to be here throughout the program today. So we'll probably be checking her out every once in a while. We'll see how things go. And then Mom is going to be here throughout the entire program. But since she's still recovering a little bit, we're going to let her sit over at the computer
I get the fancy chair.
in a different chair that's going to be a little bit better for her. So she will still be typing and chatting with y'all in between feeding and playing with the baby. There you go, Mama.
Nice
Aw.
baby girl. Oh, she's a baby.
So she'll be here throughout the program, and we'll be, checking them out every once in a while as we go along. Also, we also have our good buddy, Mr. Michael Greenhill, is going to join us today. And he's basically going to be playing both leagues. For this scenario, I'm going to let him pretty much make decisions for both of the leagues. Y'all should be able to hear him. So, Michael, say hello to the boys and girls.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Randy says I would let her try rolling the dice. That
Shoot, yeah.
does bring up an interesting point, is that Bessie will not be able to participate
trouble
in
now.
much dice rolling today.
So, trouble.
The doom and destruction shall befall everything here with the dice being rolled by me. What an interesting scenario. And one of the first things I wanted to share with you guys about this scenario is that it probably won't work. Every once in a while, folks ask me how to balance their scenarios, how to create scenarios, how do you make sure they're balanced? And the real way that you do that is by playing them. 90% of the time, your scenario is not going to be balanced until you actually play through it a few times and make some adjustments. And that's why playtesting is so important. This scenario never been played before, so quite likely will be terrible. We'll still have fun, mind you, but things could go crazy. We don't really know what's going to happen. We write the rules, and then you really have to test these things out before you go, hey, give it a stamp of approval. So I would just encourage you guys, when you're designing your own scenarios, do not fret, do not worry about trying to make them balanced until you have played them, and then you can start trying to balance the scenario. You do as best you can ahead of time, but real balancing doesn't start until you've actually played it. All right. Now, I did a video yesterday, and it's in the links on this video to go back and watch it later if you'd like to, that will talk about the story and some of the setup about this scenario. So we're going to kind of just jump into the action here and get things rolling. Michael's playing both leagues. The first thing that happens at the start of each turn is dragon sighting. So he's going to roll to try and figure out if he can locate which side of the ship the dragon is coming up on, and if he could try to control that a little bit. So we're going to start with dragon sighting. All right. Michael, you have two people on the bridge, so you're going to roll 2 die 8. You're going to roll 2 dice because that's the number of people you have on the bridge, and you're going to roll a die 8 because that is the current condition of the bridge. As the game goes along, the bridge could take damage from the dragon's attacks and could go down and could even be destroyed to the point that you can't really use it anymore at all. So he's going to roll 2 die 8, and he needs to roll at least one success. He really wants to roll one success just to make sure he can maneuver the ship and avoid, letting the dragon get on a bad side. 2 die 8 is the roll. Here we go. 2 die 8 is the roll. Let's see. Is this camera going to show you guys the dice roll? If I put it right here, probably. Let's see if I can get it there. 2 die 8, and easy peasy. You get the 1 success that you needed. So that means you have identified which direction the dragon is coming from, and you can maneuver the ship to place it on the side that you want it to be on. So where do you want the dragon?
Let's put him on the bow.
Okay, very good. So the dragon is on the bow. And the other thing that you get to do during the dragon sighting phase, during the first part of the turn here, is the other thing that you get to do is move some characters. So you can move 2 characters, basically, 1 from each league. So which character do you want to move? Do you want to move anybody?
No, we're good right now.
Okay. He says he's good. So the next thing that's going to go is the engine. So now he's the bridge is talking to the engine crew and saying it's coming up from behind us. We need some speed now. And so what can the engine crew do to crank out just a little extra speed? So here we go. He's going to roll 1 dice for each member of the crew that is in the engine room, and he has 2. And he's going to roll a D8 because that is the current condition of the engine. Here we go. Now, he decided how to split up his characters at the start of the scenario. This will get a little more meaningful as we go along, I think. So here we go. Dave must not have been in the Navy. No, sir. So here we go. Engine.
I think what they're saying is the bow's the front of the ship, the stern's the rear of the ship.
Did I say bow? I must have. That's okay. Good. Forgive me. I will say the wrong sides of the ship continuously through the game. That's just my inability. English is not my first language, so I just do the best I can. Here we go. How many successes? He got 1 success. So that means the dragon is going to be 1 D8 inches behind the ship plus 2. So that's the distance for the dragon. Here we go. Michael, did I do that right?
Yes.
6 plus 2. So the dragon is 8 inches behind. Now that is good. That means that the dragon is effectively out of range for its own attacks. Anything over, I think, 6 inches, if the dragon is over 6 inches away and it's right on that edge, it's not going to be able to make an attack this turn. So this could be really good. He's going to be throwing a lot of dice at it here. All right, Michael. The next thing that he's going to activate is the guns. Oh, poor little Max. Max is crying too. Oh, look, I got that back on there. Let me see if I can get that. I don't know why that's back on there. Let's see if I can get that off of there.
Oh, the battery thing?
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So now it's back off of there. All right. Which gun would you like to fire first?
Let's go ahead and fire the harpoon gun.
1, 2, 3.
And what they were saying,
4,
Dave, is for the Navy
5.
stuff, bow's the front of the ship, stern's the rear of the ship. And we were going to put
all right.
We were going to put
thank you.
Yeah, we were going to put the dragon at the bow of the ship.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Sorry.
I that just totally went over my head.
No worries.
You want the dragon in front of the ship.
Yes.
Okay. So you will not be able to fire the harpoon gun. I apologize.
Right.
So the only difference there would be if it was at the stern, you would be able to fire all 3 of your guns. So I just want to make sure that you have that at the front.
Yeah.
At
No,
the
that's
bow, you'll only get to fire 2 of your guns. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So no harpoon gun. No harpoon
harpoon
gun.
gun.
So it's
We'll
on
fire
the
the-
bow.
Yeah, we'll fire
The
the
pulse
Gatling
and the
gun.
Gatling. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was my mistake. And it took
Nah.
being clubbed over the head. It took being clubbed over the head a couple times for me to finally figure that out.
Hey, ain't no big deal.
I
I'd
had
have
set
just
the
shot him from the
dragon at the
back.
completely wrong side of the ship.
You're right.
Okay.
I'd have just shot him from the back. No worries.
Yeah. Okay. So do you want to start with the Gatling or the pulse gun?
Let's start with the Gatling gun, the small one.
Okay. So Gatling is throwing 5d 5d8. The dragon has a armor of 2, so it's going to just immediately subtract 2 successes off of there. So let's take a look at what we have. Let's take a look at what we have going here. Dragon is coming straight at the ship. He's going to take out 2 successes. You rolled 4 successes. He's going to kick out 2 of those, and that means the dragon will have to roll a 2 dice health check. The dragon has a health of D12, so here we go. Need a couple successes here for the dragon, and the dragon passes its health check with an 8 and a 5. So the dragon is not injured by the Gatling gun, and now the pulse gun fires off at it a magnetic ray charge. Let's see here, and it's rolling 6 dice.
Woohoo!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, it's going to take away 2. That means 3 got through. Oh my gosh. 3 get past its armor, and it's going to have to roll a 3 die 12 health check. This is going to get a little sketchier here. Is the dragon injured? Yes, the dragon is injured with a 2. And the dragon takes an injury. Pow.
Man, this reminds me of playing Sky Captains and Cloud Ships.
There you go.
I love Sky Galleons.
Yeah, that was a fun game. I really enjoyed all that old Space 1889 stuff. That was a lot of fun. So that ends. No, you still have 1 character that could shoot at it, and that would be who's on here? Is that Polly? That looks like it's Polly up there. Polly could actually fire her rifle at the thing. She's rolling 3 die 6. If she gets 3 successes, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? She injures this thing with her rifle. 3 die 6. Let's see if she can get a pow on it. She gets 1 success, so it will completely ignore that, and it will not get through her armor, its armor. Okay, so the dragon is not close enough to make its attack, and we're kind of doing a combined movement sort of thing, so it doesn't get an additional move. It would, after all of the player characters have activated, it would get to make its attack, but because it's 8 inches away, it is out of range. It was outmaneuvered. And so this turn, it was just slightly out of range to throw some damage towards the ship. All right, that ends the turn. This is a 7-turn scenario. Just have to see how it goes. Again, that's something else that, when you create scenarios for the first time, you just kind of have to throw something at the wall and hope it sticks. But remember, when you're doing a scenario for the first time, very likely you're going to want to make some adjustments to it. So far, I'm really enjoying this, though. So far, this is feeling really cool. As we start turn number 2, we're going to draw cards. Dr. Scott got an uncanny, and the other league, Commander Starr got a disarmed. What was I looking for? I was going to get up and look for something, and now I already forgot what I was looking for. What'd you say, baby?
The turn counter.
Turn counter. That was it. You're so good. Look at you. Hey, everybody out there, please try to remember to click that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. So make sure you get subscribed to our little channel here. We do a live game of Pulp Alley every Sunday with people all over the country, all over the world. So if you would like to get involved, and I'm going to be sending out a bunch of invites to try and put together a playlist for the next month or two. Phil's on, I'm going to be contacting Phil. I'm going to be contacting, I think, like Sean Hudson and, who else was on there? Chris with Smartass Podcast is going to get an invite to come and play with us as well. So the first step is for y'all to send me an email or a message and say you'd like to be added to the list. And then, we'll try and get you added on there. So we have a whole bunch of people that we want to invite in to play with us. But the first step is you letting us know that you want to be on that list. As we start turn number 2, the first step is to determine. Now, the idea here is that the dragon is kind of swooping in. And in many ways, it's much faster than the ship and in some ways more agile overall. But the ship can make subtle moves to try and position itself depending on where the dragon is coming. So for this turn number 2, what we need to determine now is the dragon suffered a hit from the pulse gun, blam, and it rocks, and swerves off away from the ship. And now at the start of turn 2, here it comes again. Where is it going to be? Michael, you're going to roll 2 die 6. Sorry, 2 die 8 for your dragon spotting. You're going to roll 2 dice because that's the number of crew on the bridge. You're going to use D8s because that is the condition of the crew. I'm sorry, the condition of the bridge. You need 1 success. 1 success here. And let's see what it is. You got 2 successes. Michael, which side of the ship are you going to place the dragon?
Let's put him at the back.
Did you say at the stern this time?
Yes, at the stern.
Okay. All right. So this time, I forgot my recovery check, boys and girls.
Oh,
the dragon was injured. Here's a recovery check for the dragon.
He doesn't make those.
It is, yes, he does. So he passed his recovery check, and he is no longer injured. The dragon is going to appear at the stern of the ship. It's coming up from behind now, and the engine crew. Oh, the next thing that you get to do, Michael, is reassign 1 member from each league. You may be happy where you're at. So
let's put Polly. Let's throw her into the engine room.
Okay. Where is Polly?
She's on the deck.
Polly was on the deck, but based on Polly was on the deck. You saw her rifle as she cracked off a shot at this huge menacing dragon. Did not get through its armor. Doesn't have much of a chance of hurting this dragon. So he decides to send her, go help out in the engine room. And that is going to help out. So we're going to add her into the engine station there. All right. Now, as we start this turn, there's one of these guns that will not be able to shoot, and that is the Pulse. The Pulse gun will not be able to shoot because it needs to recharge. So I'm going to put a little marker out there to try and help remember that. Boys and girls, you help me remember that too. Will you do that for me? So this turn, we've spotted the dragon. It is coming up on the stern of the ship. The next thing we need to know is how close is it going to get? Now you're going to get to roll 3 die 8, Michael, because you have 3 people in the engine room. So I think you're going to keep some distance between you and the dragon here. Let's see how this goes. Okay, you got 2 successes. That's going to put it a D8 plus 4. Plus 4 to this roll. I got a 2. That means it's 6 inches away. 6
Oh.
inches away, boys and girls.
Oh, it's gonna hit
6
one random station.
inches away. Well, well, well. How about them apples? They thought they were
Sour.
pouring it on, but the dragon puts on an extra burst of speed right there at the end. And here comes the dragon. Arr! Let's see if
It's
he can
mad
get
'cause
some
we
damage
shot
this
it.
time. Oh, it is. Yes, it's bad because you shot. So this turn, you have activated your bridge. You have activated your engine. So now we go to the guns. What are you going to do here?
Let's go ahead and fire the harpoon gun this time.
7 die 6 from the harpoon gun. 7 die 6. Massive damage from the harpoon gun. Let's see how this goes. 7 die 6. Sorry, 7 die 8. As normal. My mouth says one thing, but of course there's die 8. So 1, 2, 3 successes and 4 failures. That's fairly average, I think. What? Who's that laughing over there? So it's gonna. What's that beeping?
The baby monitor.
Okay. So I'm going to take out 2 more of those successes because of its armor. So that means I only have to roll a 1 dice health check. 1 dice health check. Can I pass that? 1 dice. I bet you we can pass that on a D12. Let's see. A 9, boys and girls, and that's a success. All right, so the dragon takes the harpoon hit, slides off its scaly armor, and the dragon is not injured. Next is the Gatling gun. That is a 5 die 8 gun. So the nice thing about the Gatling gun compared to the pulse cannon and the harpoon gun is that the Gatling gun can fire every turn. So although it's the lower dice gun, fires every turn. Here we go. And it gets 2 successes, boys and girls. 2 successes is how many it gets. And guess what? That will not get through its armor.
Hey, Dave, can we play the uncanny on it?
No, uncanny, unfortunately, is for challenges.
Oh, that's a challenge. Never mind.
Yep, that's like challenges, like perils, which is about to come.
I'm on my first coffee this morning.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Drink it up. Drink it up. That makes me thirsty. I need to get something to drink too. How is this going, boys and girls? Do you see this craziness that's going on here?
This can get real crazy.
Oh, the dragon. I get to make the dragon this time. The dragon gets to make an attack too.
Uh-oh.
I wonder where my beverage is, my family-friendly beverage.
I'm going to go check on him again.
Poor little Max. He's over there yelling. He don't like it when his baby sister's so far away.
Oh.
But this is nap time. He's supposed to be napping right now.
Yeah.
All right. Bessie's headed to check on the Max. So what I do this turn now is the dragon is now going to blast one of the crew positions or one of the stations on the ships, one of the areas. So it's divided up into 6 areas. We got the bridge is 1, the engine is 2, the harpoon gun is 3, the Gatling gun is 4, the pulse gun is 5, and the deck is 6. So here we go.
Roll a 6.
One of the areas is going to get blasted. Let's see what we got here. And the number is 82. That, boys and girls, is the engine room. So the engine room takes a random peril. We're going to take it off the top of the deck, and it is a 2. 2 with might or finesse. And that is going to hit every member that's in that station. every member that's in that area, plus it hits the area as well. So it could cause structural damage to the ship, to the engine. That could be bad. So, Michael, here we go. You have 3 people in there. You have Lady Cadence. Would she like to dodge, or is she going to use her finesse here? I think she's got a finesse of 3 die 10.
Yeah, let's go ahead and finesse.
Let me double check where I'm at here. Finesse. No. She only has 2 die 8. Oh, it's her might. Might is 3 die 10.
Oh,
might
that's
and
right.
cutting are 3 die 10. Okay. So she's got 3 die 10 in might. And she does have a focus card here, Michael.
Yeah.
Would you like to add that in there? Okay.
Yeah, let's
so
do
that's gonna give her a 4th dice. So she'll have 4 die 10. She only needs to get 2 successes. Easy peasy. Let's do it. Lemon squeezy. 2 successes, and you got 3 successes. So Lady Cadence is not injured by the blast. However, there are 2 other characters in there. Now we have to roll for Mrs. Higgins. Mrs. Higgins, for what I remember, has a decent might as well. 3 die 8 in might. That might be our best bet.
Yeah,
or she could try to dodge it. Let's go with the 3 die 8. I don't see any other cards to play. So here is the roll. Here is the roll. Is Mrs. Higgins going to be hit by the blast? She is, and she's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. She does not get away from the blast, but she is not injured. She is not injured by the blast. The next thing that's going to happen is we have Polly in there. So she does not have a skill that would help her pass this. But what she could do here is dodge. What she could do is dodge. So she's got 2 dice in dodge. So she's using her dodge skill to try to avoid the damage. She fails that with a 1 and a 2, and she'll have to roll a 2 dice health check. And she is down. Polly is down. Polly is down. So the next thing that we have to roll for is the engine itself, that area of the ship. We're going to roll 2 dice because that's how many hits it took. 2, because that's what it says on the card. And we're going to roll D8s because that is the condition, the current condition of the engine. Here we go. If either of these is a failure, the engine is damaged. And I roll a 3. The engine compartment is now damaged. And that means it lowers down to a D6 on its condition. So now when they're trying to get that extra speed out of it, they won't be rolling D8s anymore. They'll be rolling D6s. And vehicles or, ships, things like this, do not normally get recovery checks. So that damage that suffered to the engine, that is damage that will last throughout the rest of the scenario. I think there's an ability that lets you try to repair stuff like that. It doesn't get used a lot, unless you're going to use vehicles a lot, a lot of ship-to-ship combat or something. You definitely want to have a character on your ship that could go around and try and, hammer out those dents. Okay. So this turn, the dragon came up on the stern. It took 2 shots, 2 big blasts blowing holes, but no damage. And blasts at the ship, catching the engine compartment. Although they took Cadence wasn't damaged, Higgins wasn't damaged, Polly goes down, and the engine is damaged. At the end of the turn, Polly will get a recovery check. Let's see if Polly can get up. And she does. Polly is back in the fight. She's not giving up. That's one thing you learn about Polly. She's a go-getter. She doesn't give up easy. All right, and that ends the turn. And as we start turn number 3, the first thing we do is we need to determine a dragon sighting. So the dragon comes in, swoops in, blasts at the engine, and then drifts off behind a rock formation. They lose sight of it temporarily. Now June is unhappy at me. But it's swooping back around to come in for another attack. Here it comes. Turn number 3, we're going to draw cards. Dr. Scott added a bad news. That's pretty darn handy. A bad news card. That's a good one. And an out of ammo. That one is pretty much useless. Okay. Oh, poor baby.
She's definitely not happy.
Well, dragon sighting. We're going to roll 2 die 8 for the dragon sighting. Let's see if we can get maneuvered into position here. And you can. Which side of the ship do you want the dragon to come up on?
Let's move it back to the, let's see.
So the harpoon is done. The harpoon cannot shoot. But the pulse gun, so I guess sending it back to the bow, huh?
Back to the bow, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So you want him to come up on the front ahead. So here it comes. And the next is engine. You're going to get to roll 3 dice, but you're only going to get D6s because the engine is damaged.
Oh, yeah.
So here we go. D6s. What's the distance? Oh, my gosh. He gets 3 successes, boys and girls. So that means the dragon, he got 3 successes. That means the dragon is automatically out of range. So it's going to be a D8 plus 6. So really doesn't matter. And I rolled the maximum there. So the dragon's something like 14 inches away. So it's way, way out there. I'll just set this on a 10 to help us remember that it's way out there. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is start up your guns. You have your pulse gun and the Gatling gun can both fire this turn.
Let's do it.
Which would you like to start with? Pulse gun is 6 die 8. And I'm going to take out 2 of your successes. That leaves 3 successes. The dragon will have to roll a 3 dice health check. 6, 7, and a 10. The dragon is not injured.
Man, that dude's tough.
It is tough. And then 5 dice from the Gatling gun. And I'm going to take away 2 of your successes. That's going to leave 1. That's going to leave 1 success. Is it? And it's enough to damage it. Oh, it's a lucky shot. Comes in and the dragon takes a pow. The dragon is hit. You know what? One thing that we forgot to do in that last turn, Michael.
What was that?
Was that you could have rearranged some guys if you wanted to. So I don't want to skip over that. Okay.
No, that was fine.
All right. Good. I just didn't want to skip over it if there was something you wanted to do there. So everybody is still in position, and that basically ends that turn. So that was cool. You know, again, the Gatling gun catches it at distance there at a long range shot and is able to drive it off before the dragon gets in closer to make an attack. And we start the next turn. Recovery checks for the dragon. Recovery check. Recovers. Dragon is no longer injured.
Ooh.
Oh, he's got to get more than 1 injury on it. You see that? He's got to, you know, or try and hope that it fails that roll. It's been passing its recovery check so far. You just never know. As we start the next turn, we're going to draw cards. You're going to add a warmed up to Dr. Scott. Could come in handy. And a danger 2. So you could actually throw those perils on the dragon. I guess we ought to try and remember that. So at the start of this turn, we're going to do your bridge crew. You got 2 bridge. You got 2 die 8. We're going to roll it. And you got 2 successes. So you can decide what side of the ship it's going to be on. Back to the stern.
Yes, back to the stern.
So it's wheeling around, trying to control the direction that the monster is going to come up on, and again, it's coming up from behind. Now that's the angle that it damaged the engine from. So let's see if it can get another engine hit this turn. Rolling 3 die 6. For his speed, 3 dice because he's got an extra person in there now. Let's see how this goes. And he gets 1 success. 1 success. That means I'm going to roll this D8 and I'm going to add +2 to it. Let's see how far away the dragon is. Let's see how far. It's a 4. That means the dragon is 6 inches away. That will let it attack. It is 6 inches. That's it. It'll get 1 hit. It'll be able to attack 1 area. It's over 6 inches where it would not be able to. So it's right at its limit of range. All right, Michael. We've done the bridge. We've done the engine. And now it's time for the guns to activate. What are you going to do?
Let's hit him with that harpoon gun.
Okay, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dice. Boom. I'm going to take out 2, and that's going to leave you with 4. And the dragon is going to have to roll a 4 dice health check. That's the worst it's had yet.
Can we use the bad news on him?
You want to use that bad news?
Oh,
He's throwing his bad news in there as well. He's going to use his bad news card and drop that on the dragon as well. And the dragon is rolling a 5 dice health check. I can do that, boys and girls. There ain't nothing. I can roll that 5 dice health check. That ain't nothing. I can pass that. Watch this right here. 1, 2, 3, 5 dice. Here we go. Boom. And oh, there was 1 failure in there. 1 failure. That bad news may have been the game changer right there. I rolled a 12, a 9, a 5, a 4, and a 3. And the dragon is injured. Now, can he injure it again? Can he injure it again? You'll notice these are unopposed attacks. The dragon is not using its dodge or anything like that. These are basically unopposed attacks against the dragon. That's because the special rules in here says that ranged attacks against the dragon are unopposed. If it was able to get close enough where they could brawl with the dragon, which is only about with 3 or closer inches, then the dragon would fight normally, which I haven't been able to get that close yet.
No, thank you.
So you got 5 dice from the Gatling gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dice for the Gatling gun. And he gets 3 successes. I'm going to take 2 of those away. And the dragon is going to roll a 1 die 12 health check.
Come on, miss it.
It's not a D12, is it, boys and girls? The dragon is injured. That means it's only rolling a D10. So the dragon is down to a D10 health. 30% chance of it failing, and it does not fail. The dragon takes the shot from the Gatling gun, and then that's all of the gun positions that can shoot, because the electro pulse magna gun is trying to recharge, which I think might be pedaling. I think they may have pedals that they have to pedal to get it recharged. Maybe not. I don't know. And then the dragon is going to blast one area of the ship. I'd like to hit the engine again. If I could hit the engine again and get it to fail, that would wipe out their ability to get that extra movement. And then every turn, it would only be 1d8 inches away. That's a lot better odds for my dragon. Much better. That makes the ship a sitting duck. Let's see, though. To do that, I'm going to have to roll a 2 on this big clunky black dice. Let's see what I can get here.
You're going to hit the deck.
Oh, I don't want to hit the deck. I don't want to hit the deck. All right. I want a 2. I want a 2 off of this big old clunky dice. I got a 5. That is the pulse gun.
Man.
That is the pulse gun. That's got Gwen over there. I think that's got Gwen and Dot
and
over
Dorothy.
there.
Yeah.
And of course the pulse gun itself. So here is the challenge, and the challenge again is a 2. Those girls are in trouble over there, boys and girls. So they have a dodge skill of 2 dice. They cannot beat it with their might or their finesse, but they could try to dodge this peril.
Let's dodge it.
Okay, so here is the roll for Gwen. Here is, I'm checking something to see if somebody had a breakaway, but that's Dr. Scott's league. So the Ladies Rifle Academy do not have a breakaway. So we're just going to have to roll this. Let's see if she can beat it. She does not. She takes 2 hits and she is down. Gwen is down, taking a blast from the dragon. Here is from the, here's Dot, Dorothy over there. Let's see if she can dodge it. She does not. She takes 2 hits. She will take her 2 health check, and she is down. She is down. And now we have the pulse gun. Pulse gun has D8 condition. Let's see if it is damaged. It is not. The gun itself is not damaged by the attack. All right. Let's see. That ends the turn, except for recovery checks. Let's do some recovery checks.
Dragon.
Let's roll for the dragon real quick. Dragon recovers. Dragon shakes off its injury. Let's see how the crew is doing over there. Here is Gwen. Gwen recovers. Let's see if Dot does not. Dot is gone. Dot is
Dragon
gone.
food.
Dot is gone, but Gwen is back on her feet. All right, so my dragons caused a little bit of damage here. Not a lot, but a little bit. That's going to end the turn. We're going to draw cards. Dr. Scott gets a bad luck, relatively useless, and sidestep for, that's actually pretty handy, the sidestep card is, for the Ladies Rifle Academy. Let's see. Now, what else do we need to do? So it's dragon sighting. So we still have 2 people in the bridge. We got D8s. Here is the dragon sighting. You got your success, so you get to pick which side of the ship it's going to be on.
Let's move him back to the bow.
Okay. So my harpoon is not going to be shooting this turn. But that's okay because it is reloading. And the monster comes up on the bow. So next we're going to check its distance, 3 dice 6. Let's see the distance. No successes, boys and girls. None. What happens if I roll? What happens if I fail to roll at least 1 success? The dragon is placed 3 inches away. So it is now 3 inches from the ship. That is close enough for it to brawl with the ship. So or with the crew or with the people that are on it as well. So it will get, one brawl attack when it activates. This might be a good turn to try and throw a danger on it. Maybe you could get it to fail a peril. I don't know. All right. So we've done both of those. We've done the engine and the bridge, and now it is the guns. So the pulse gun can fire and the Gatling gun can fire.
Fire!
Okay, here is the pulse gun firing 6 die 8. Getting 4 successes. I'm going to take 2 of those away, and the dragon will have to roll a 2 die 12 health check. A 6 and a 5 passes. Then it's the Gatling gun, 5d8, blasting away with the Gatling gun. I'm going to take away the misses, which was a 3, a 2, and a 1. Then I'm going to take 2 more successes away, which was a 5 and a 4, and nothing gets through to harm the dragon.
It's because he rushed up on us.
I don't have anybody left on the deck that could attack it. So that means we will go to the dragon's activation. The dragon activates. Would you like to throw a random peril at it?
I can't. He's a lucky devil.
Oh my gosh. Why did I give him lucky devil? I think it was for that right there. Okay, never mind. Here I was thinking that was going to be something you could do. And I lied. So I'm glad you remembered that. So it is a lucky devil, so he's not allowed to play cards when the enemy activates. So it activates. The first thing that happens is its blast attack. So it's going to hit 2 areas this turn. 2 random areas will be hit. Bridge is 1. The deck is 6. Let's see where we hit. 4 is the Gatling gun.
No.
4 is the Gatling gun. So we have a shot coming against the Gatling gun. Then I have 1. I'll re-roll if I get a 4. Another 4. A 6. Doggone it. The deck. I didn't want to hit the deck.
Woo-hoo!
But that's why it's on there. All right. So we can go ahead and resolve the deck real quick. We'll see how many hits it's going to take. It's another 2. So the deck is going to have to roll 2 die 10 to see if it is damaged. And it is not. The Gatling gun is going to have to roll 2 die 8 to see if it's damaged. And it is. The Gatling gun is damaged. And it will drop to a D6. It is now at a D6 on its condition. All right.
Man, I need Gage in this group. She picks all this up.
I know. I'm going to get to hit those 2 characters. So you have some dodging to do. You have 2 characters over there. You have Gwen. No, that's Jane and Jenny. That's Jane and Jenny standing there.
Yeah, Jane and Jenny.
So I guess we're just going to go straight to dodging for them, right?
Yes.
You have a sidestep. Do you want to use a sidestep on one of them?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So for Jane, she's going to get to roll 3 dice. She needs 2 successes. She did not get it, so she will take 2 hits. The blast from the dragon. Roar. And she passes her health check, boys and girls. She is not injured. Let's see. And Jenny. Jenny also rolls 2 dice to dodge. She fails that, and she'll roll 2 dice for her health check. She fails that, and she is down.
Oh.
And that ends the turn. So I got a recovery check for Jenny. Jenny is gone.
No.
Jenny
Stop
is
eating my
gone.
people.
Jenny is gone. And that's the only recovery check I have to roll.
Yeah.
So you can see how slowly the dragon is kind of causing damage around the ship. I think, again, this is the first play test for the scenario, and Bessie and I had actually talked about a bunch of additional rules that I didn't put into this scenario. There were a lot of things, when you're designing something like this, oftentimes I think the trick is knowing what rules not to add in, right? Because you can continue to write rules until you're blue in the face. Some of the things we talked about was that the engine had to allocate power. So each turn, the engine had to decide if it wanted to allocate power to the bridge and if it wanted to allocate power to the pulse gun to actually recharge it. So that meant that it was dice that it could not use for propulsion, that it would have to use for other things. So that was one of the rules that was in there. There was a rule about, some of the guns being less effective as the crew became smaller on them. So, there's a lot of things that you could do if you play this scenario and you think, well, I'd like to play that, but I think I'm going to try and turn up the difficulty or turn down the difficulty. You can make those sorts of adjustments. As we start,
these are doing great.
Yeah. The dragon is slowly kind of, getting in there. So far, even though he's hit it several times and even damaged it, it hasn't been able to really sustain, its damage, and it's shooken most of it off. Shooken, I believe, is the correct term. That's a Navy term for the Navy guys out there. Shooken. All right, let's see what we got here. We're starting turn number 6. Turn number 6. We're going to draw cards. I'm going to add a card to Dr. Scott. Dr. Scott got a bad feeling. Useless card.
I've got a bad feeling.
And uncanny. So because Pulp Alley is such a big game, because we have scenarios that run the gambit from spy-fi to heists, to stealth missions, to social scenarios, to scenarios that are, very much just straight up fighting. There's just a big, broad, lots of, investigation scenarios, yada, yada, yada. Inevitably, there's going to be scenarios that you play that you're going to draw some cards and you're going to go, well, that's not going to help me, and that's just part of the game. If it doesn't help you, oftentimes it's a good reason to have characters in your league that have some of those abilities that can actually burn those cards to help their stats, like the trick ability or brute and things like that. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see where we're at. As we start turn number 6, we start with Dragon Sighting. He hasn't failed one of these rolls yet. He's got 2 die 8 to do it in. That's a pretty good chance of passing. So he only needs 1 success here, and he got it. So you want to put it back at the rear?
Yes, please.
At the stern. Okay,
yes.
So I cannot fire the pulse gun. This is where the dragon causes massive damage, I believe, sir. This is where the dragon is going to unleash its fury of destruction, the likes of which you have never seen. All right. Next is the engine. So we got 3 die 6, and come on, let's get a no. Let's get a no success roll again, boys and girls. Let's get another no success roll. Let's get another no success roll right here. What did you say, Bessie?
I don't think that's what's happening.
Monster.
I'm the monster. I'm the monster.
Yeah, you.
And 1 success. 1 success, boys and girls. Yeah. So D8 plus 2. I still got a good chance. I still got it. Let's get a 1. Let's get a 1 right here, and I can still get my 3 inches.
Maybe
Come
I
on,
do need to
let's
roll.
get the 1 right here. And it is. Let me flip the oh, wait. One thing before I go any further. Please, everybody, please make sure you hit that like button. I got 30 folks on here right now watching, and we only got 21 likes. I'd love to see you guys. If you haven't already, please take a minute. Please take a second right now and go down there and hit that like button for us. It's very important to Bessie and the baby. Here we go. If we get up to 25 likes, we'll take some more views of Bessie and the babies sitting over here to the side. Here we go. D8 roll plus 2. Come on, let's 1. A 7. No! Oh my God, I hate that. Yeah. So a 7, that puts it out at 9 freaking inches, and my dragon won't even get to attack this turn. Boo! Boo!
No, the crowd goes wild. Yeah.
Boo! The crowd boos. Boo! They all wanted dragon attacks. That's what they wanted. Everybody out there was screaming for a dragon attack.
I don't know. We jumped up to 27 likes.
All right, so I gotta show Bessie what's happening over here. Hey, everybody, look over here.
Oh.
Hey, everybody, look over here. There's a sweeping
He's a
Bubba.
sweeping
She's a sweeping little Bubba. Sweeping little baby. And it's sweet mama right there, too. The sweet mama. Sweet mama and sweet baby. Oh, and look at that weird, like, infinite zoom there on the screen and screen and screen. How awesome is that, boys and girls? It's a little baby. All right, so my dragon gets nothing. So disappointed in my dragon this game. I should have made it tougher. It's not tough enough.
Are you kidding me?
What?
It's because he's not an upright shellback.
You take away 2 things every time.
Oh, that's right. He's not even going to get to attack this turn.
Because you happen to roll
some massive damage this turn. All right, so Michael, we have rolled for the bridge of the engine, so we're down to the guns. So you have your pulse gun. Oh, yeah. Pulse gun. 7. It's pulse gun. No, not the pulse gun, because it's out of ammo. It's recharging. It's Gatling and
harpoon. Yeah.
Yeah, harpoon.
Let's throw the harpoon at it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Haul this thing back to the dock.
Have I been rolling D8s for the harpoon gun?
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7D8 for the harpoon gun. Here we go. 7D8 for the harpoon gun. And let's see how it goes. I'm going to take out the misses, which is a 3 and a 3. I'm going to take out 2, and that leaves 3 successes. Can they damage the dragon on 3 hits? Oh. Yes, they damage the dragon again. The dragon takes a hit. All right, and is damaged. The dragon is injured. So let's see if the Gatling gun is 5d6. 5d6 for the Gatling gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5d6. I'm going to take out the 2 failures. I'm going to take out 2 more because of the armor, and that leaves you with 1. Can he damage my dragon on 1 die 12 roll? Let's see it. Let's see it. Damage? No. The dragon is not injured. And the dragon is too far away to make an attack, so we will go straight into the end of the turn, and I'll go ahead and recover that damage from my dragon. Easy peasy recovery check. 5, boys and girls, and the dragon shakes off its damage. All right, we are starting the last turn of the game. This is the last turn. And we were talking that maybe the last turn basically represented that the ship was kind of going through this rocky area where you have a bunch of these flying islands and things like that, flying boulders through here that the dragon kind of uses as its hunting ground. So as the ship gets through that area and gets closer to Port McNamara, it's going to be able to reach the safety of the port. And the dragon will break off its attack. So this is the last turn of the scenario. I'd love to just like cause massive damage here, though. If I could take out that engine, oh man, if I could have got that engine and made that thing a sitting duck, it could have just ate those folks alive.
But
I'd love to just do 1 point of damage that's stuck.
I know. Nah. So we're going to start off with the dragon sighting as it peels off and comes swooping in again. Let's see if you can control which side, and you do. So the harpoon gun is going to have to reload. That was another thing that we had considered, is that the number of crew would affect how long it took to reload or to recharge the guns. Those are balancing things as well. In the end, a lot of it was that we were just saying, keep it simple. We just, for the first run through, we wanted to kind of keep all of those special rules kind of trimmed out of it. And then maybe if they were needed, you could kind of sprinkle those back in a little bit. And see if it could balance it a little bit more. But honestly, I don't think the dragon did poorly in this scenario.
No.
I didn't cause nearly as much damage as I wanted to, but also, like Michael said, he wasn't able to get much damage to stick either. So the dragon kept making those recovery checks. So that was fun.
Plus, he's indomitable.
Correct. So if I failed, I would get a reroll, which he hasn't even failed yet. So that was a wasted ability. So dragon again is coming at the bow. Dragon again is coming at the bow. And we're gonna come on. We need to finish with the dragon strong here. So we want 0 successes from the engine. 0. And another thing, what was that, Michael?
Did we do cards yet this turn?
Oh, you want cards? Whatever. I guess if that's how you want to play, I guess I'll give you some cards. Dr. Scott got a breakaway, and Lady Cadence got a lucky break. Another thing that I didn't put into this scenario was any way to get reward cards. Right? There's no plot points. In many ways, it's a straight up brawl, and it's just about who can defeat the other side, which in this scenario so far, neither side was able to really defeat the other side. If the ship started taking more damage, that could have a ripple effect and really start cascading. Like as soon as one of the guns is completely eliminated, it becomes a little bit trickier then to try and where are you going to position the dragon and stuff.
Or the engine, like you're saying, if you took the engine out, that could get bad.
That would have been huge. That would have been huge. Okay, so here is the distance, and what do you know? I rolled 3 failures again. Oh wait, I didn't actually roll yet, did I? Okay. Okay, here's the roll. 1, a 2, and a 4. So that's 1 success. 1 success. If I roll a 1 here, I'm still going to be 3 inches away. Come on, baby. I've never asked for anything in my life. Give it to me right now. Give me that 1. Give me that 1. Let's have it right here. Ba-bam! A 3. that means the dragon is 5 inches away. So that's going to give me a shot. That's going to give me a shot at it. All right, Michael. Your guns that are working this turn are your pulse gun and your Gatling gun, which both of those are down to 1 crew. It's not affecting their firepower, though, because we didn't make that rule for this. But both of those guns were down to 1 crew. Again, if I could have beat some of that crew down, that would have made a big difference too, because then he'd have been trying to move back and forth, maybe trying to figure out which gun to be on. The bridge crew did an absolutely awesome job through the whole scenario, though, making sure to position. Definitely outmaneuvered my dragon, keeping the dragon on the side that worked best for the ship. All right. The Gatling, 5d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5d6 from the Gatling gun. Blam.
Bear it out.
Blam. Blam. Another special rule that we had thought about was giving some of the guns limited ammo. Where I honestly thought about doing the harpoon gun as a 1-use gun, like it basically got 1 shot. Maybe beefing it up and making it a little bit even meaner than it was, but making the harpoon gun a 1-shot gun could have been awfully mean. But giving some of the guns a limited ammo would have been interesting as well. Let's see how Michael did on his 5 shots here. 5 dice roll. He's going to lose those 2 3s. He's going to lose these 2 dice for the armor, and he's going to make the dragon roll a 1 dice health check, and it passes. 6 dice now from the 6 dice coming at it from the pulse cannon, the pulse gun. So 6 dice, 6. Oh, nothing. Wow. Look at that, Bessie. Not a single success. 2 1s, 3 2s, and a 3. So Gwen is definitely rattled over there. She pops off a shot and it goes nowhere. And then my dragon gets to blast something. There isn't anybody on the deck to make any further attacks. My dragon will attack 1 specific area. I'll roll a d6 to see where it's at. Bridge is 1, deck is 6. 4 is the Gatling gun. So this could possibly destroy the Gatling gun this time. And it's only a 1 success, though. So we have Jane over there manning that gun. Jane is manning that cannon over there. So she's going to have to roll 1 success. Might as well try to dodge it, though, right?
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well try to dodge it. She's got 2 die 6 in it, so she could dodge that. Let me see if you have anything else. No. Okay. She needed 1 success and she got it with a 4. So she was not damaged. Nice. The gun itself is now down to a condition of D6 because it was damaged. It started at a D8 condition. It was damaged. So now it's down to a D6. So it's going to roll 1 D6. So a 50-50 chance. If I roll a 4 or better, the gun is not damaged. If I roll a 1, 2, or 3, and it is not damaged.
Yeah,
it is not damaged.
Ram him.
Yeah. So that was our dragon hunt, and it was a lot of fun. I think there's still things that maybe I would do to this scenario. I'm not exactly sure. This is one of those things that I almost have to go back and watch the scenario again.
Yeah,
this is one of those that I have to. And the videos really help with that because when you're in the middle of doing something, sometimes you might try to think of knee-jerk reactions that don't really mean anything or overcompensating and things like that. So at a later time, I like to go back and watch a scenario like this, and it lets me really dig into how could I make that scenario a little bit better. I guess for this one, I would like there to be more damage on both sides. The dragon ended up completely uninjured. It got injured several times and even had the potential of being damaged again. So was that good or bad? I don't know. Did he get damaged enough? Not enough to take it out, obviously.
Right.
And then, of course, the ship held together pretty well. Was that due to dice rolls, or do I need to make the dragon do more damage? And there was a deal where we had said that the dragon, if it was within 3 inches, that it would actually hit 3 different areas. If it was within 6 inches, it would hit 2 areas. And if it was within 12 inches, it would hit 1 area. So that was another compensating thing that I had actually considered. But then I was worried that would cause too much damage. So, you just try to make your best guess until you actually play the scenario. What do you guys think? I'd like to see some feedback. Again, this was very much a play test. You just take your chances when you play a scenario that you haven't ever played. And I think everybody should feel comfortable doing it that way. Don't feel like you have to get a scenario perfect before you play it, because you can't. I really don't believe that. You have to take the time to play the scenario and see how the wheels actually spin, and then you can make those kind of fine tuning on it. So let me know what changes you would make to this scenario. Make sure you hit that like button. And for those changes, I would really love it if you would just come back and leave that in the comments for this video rather than putting it in the chat. If you put it in the chat, sometimes those comments I can't find them for whatever reason. So it always works better if you come back and put it in the comments section for the video. And I guess that's it. Is that it, boys and girls?
I think so.
Is that it? I'm going to go to our super fantastic action cam again here. Super fantastic action cam. Look at this fun stuff. I thought about making the ship try to dodge obstacles, as you were moving, like a moving terrain sort of thing. You always have to balance rules against playability. So you always want to make the game as playable as you can, and then have fun rules in there. Because like I said, you can write rules until you're blue in the face. You can just keep making rules after rules after rules, and then the game becomes unplayable.
Right.
You might think you've created something super awesome, but then when you sit down to play it, it's like, what the hell? Look over here, boys and girls. What's this down here?
It's a bitty.
What's this down here?
Oh.
Oh.
She's super girl.
She's super girl. She says paparazzi. No paparazzi.
No
paparazzi.
Photography, please.
No photography, please.
She's over it.
Oh. Here's our lovely Bessie, world's most dangerous Bessie, boys and girls. Isn't she beautiful? She is so beautiful today. We love that Bessie. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely appreciate you joining us today. Be sure and come back to this video and include some comments for us that are going to be super awesome. Michael, big thank you to Michael for playing today.
Hey.
That was super awesome. And I guess that's it. Wake up the orchestra, cue the music. We're out of here. Dun 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 dun. Shouldn't we have music? We should have real music. Dun 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 dun.